You got to give something up. It's not you have to add something, you always have to give something up.
If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row.
You want to be in the driver's seat of your own life, because if you're not, life will drive you.
Winning doesn't make you heartless, but it teaches you to use your heart less.
Where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. And I'm here to tell you today, if you got somebody came to my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money. I'm gonna say it again because you might have missed it. All men are created equal. Some work harder in preseason. I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna hurt somebody. Some of you need to give up your cell phone, because the time you spend on your cell phone could be used for your success. The time you could be using to be successful, you're using it on the cell. And the cell phone is not bringing you nothing but a bill. And somebody has told you you couldn't live without it. I'm talking about going deep now, giving up stuff.
Okay, you got to give something up. It's not you have to add something, you always have to give something up.
Really?
I've never been able to go from here to there and not give up something. They got me here. It got me here. Like, I was a great single guy. I knew how to do the single thing. Dude, I had a lot of fun. I had the house, I had the life, you know? But one day I said, I don't want to do this anymore. Everything I wanted, I got, and I no longer wanted to do it. Be careful what you ask for. I was a playboy, I was digging it, but I didn't have kids, and I didn't have a wife, and I didn't have a partner, and I didn't like that. And I was lonely, even though I had somebody in my bed. So one day I said, okay, I got to give this up. So if you're going to go from zero to a millionaire, when you get to a millionaire, if you want to go to the next level, you want to go to 10 million, you will have to give up the millionaire life. Get rid of it. You got to get rid of it. First, you got to make it. I mean, I got to collect it. I got to collect some. Then I got to figure out, okay, this pays for this basic living. If the cup is the basic living, I'm not, everything above that, don't spend any more money. Like the rest of it, if this is $4,000 and I make 7, the entire 3 has got to go into investments. I had it easier than many people, okay? I would not have what I had if I didn't work. But you can't just always go back to the work hard thing. Like, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of unfairness. There's tremendous amounts of unfairness. And you know, it's not just about, oh, I'm gonna work hard. Okay, but when are you gonna make a connection? How do you get in that connection? How do you get people to know who you are? Like, it's not easy. You could go out there and do it again today. Okay, let me see you go out and do it again today. And so, but it's not easy, dude. It's not easy to connect with people. It's not easy to put it together. It's not easy to have people bring you into their life and share time with you.
You must have some kind of vision for your life. Even if you don't know the plan, you have to have a direction in which you choose to go. What I've learned is that's a great metaphor for life. You want to be in the driver's seat of your own life, because if you're not, life will drive you. Martin Luther King said that not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. Now, we live in a world where everybody wants to be famous, and where we admire people for just being famous. We think being known brings us value. The truth is, all of that will fade in time. The real truth is that service and significance, service and the significance that you bring to your service is that which is lasting. My decision to make that significant change in the way I operated on television, using television as a service, changed my career exponentially. And if you surround yourself with people who are not accustomed to your success, they become fearful, they become scared, because you are reflecting back something to them that they don't recognize. You have got to surround yourself with gallon-sized people who can hang in the same company with you, so that you're not offering your gallons to those little pints out there who can't hold it anyway. And what I know for sure is that the biggest choices begin and end with you, your internal big questions. Who do I want to be in the world? My relationship to source energy, to all that is God.
You can't forget what you've seen. You can't unlearn what you've learned. You can't unlearn it. You can learn from it and learn other things on top of it, but you're never going to unlearn those things. You're never going to be able to unsee the things that you've seen. And that's when people just don't understand. They can't see and understand your level of craziness. They can't see your level of obsession. And then once those things no longer matter for you, then you know it's time to move on to another endeavor, which you've already have. It's the little attention to the little things that everyone thinks they won't notice. You hear this all the time. Don't sweat the small stuff. The 1%ers, the 0.01, they sweat every single detail. Because the one thing they let slip, somebody is going to use that to their advantage. Somebody is going to make a big deal out of it, and they're going to feel like they left something out. You know, everyone says, don't worry about the things that you can't control. Well, these individuals, they want to control everything they can control, so the uncontrollable becomes more manageable to them. So if they pay attention to every single detail obsessively, over and over and over again, then when the uncontrollable happens, in order to get anything in life and to get anywhere, you must show up. If you think showing up is winning, you've already lost the battle. You've already lost the battle. People want to get a medal for doing the easy things. People show up every single day. People show up every single day and are dealing with circumstances that are beyond your imagination. They still show up. Winning doesn't make you heartless, but it teaches you to use your heart less.